to collect you, Dr. Reed. Hurry up.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Nurse, this room is off limit.
Of course, Doctor.
I may have a solution. In France,
However do you mean?
if combined correctly, certain
The
houses...
storeroom? Fat chance.
Perhaps I should look there first.
It's the large building behind the hospital.
The... Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan...
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks.
That's quite a blunt introduction.
You can call me Milton. Hello.
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty
You have a keen eye.
No need to explain, Doctor.
How is the situation?
You want to hear the situation is all right?
Are you really smuggling weapons?
And why not? I've already been attacked.
But you're not defending yourself.
You keep people alive your own way.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital?
I've been an ambulance driver since...
It sounds like things have been a bit...
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient.
You left an infected patient.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful.
Since you're on the front line...
It's a complete disaster.
I'd like to...
Wise choice, Dr. Reed.
This is no time for self-harm. It is the last thing our patients need.
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed. Still working.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more...
Do you ever think about that?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget.
That man was determined to...
What a surprise. The first time I met...
What did he want?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole.
Only the strongest...
I'm the toughest boss.
How is your hospital?
This is a shitty place with shitty...
What's wrong with...
Come on, Dr. Reed. The place...
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of...
What are you expecting, a medal?
What's wrong?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton.
I see.
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane.
I'll leave.
Jesus. I've never seen so many people dying at the same time.
It's locked.
Time has lost its effect on me, but the suffering continues.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague. Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Goodbye, Mr. Chadana.
It never ceases. Good evening.
Are you afraid?
Why should I? These but...
An interesting point of...
Sir, as a medic...
How did you get this job?
After I left the army,
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir.
Why do you have to watch?
Because these poor fellows have no names.
Why do you have to watch? Why close the hospital?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of...
Have we met?
I don't think so, sir.
When we first talked, you...
Funny story, sir.
Please show...
Of course. Tomorrow, more bodies will arrive and then sadly depart. I'm managing a train terminal, not a morgue.
These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters.
Peaceful and lost at the same time.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody, It's locked, all right. Balls of Mars. Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful. Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. It's locked. This key will surely grant me access to the basement. These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood. Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this. Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of The chest was originally opened to perform the multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and leg. A puncture over the left lung. Signs of internal bleeding. Tippett has made an egregious... Scowls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting. Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
this shift never end?
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you...
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are...
I'm okay.
Tell me about you.
I don't want to...
Why did your mother have you hospitalized?
My mother just wants the best for...
Pembroke Hospital.
It's not me, you have to...
Is your mother bothering you?
That's tempting, Doctor.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir.
You are not a burden, sir.
And you have my
I have to go now.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Safer here than anywhere else in the East End.
Hey, Doc.
You're lucky to be alive.
This place is full of...
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating...
Don't play the innocent with me.
I'll leave you. Good evening, Milton.
Good.
I have some good news.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet.
Well, yeah, people...
Not at all, Milton.
Good.
Tell me why you're...
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have...
Where did you get the...
Funny you should ask. The first time it was...
Admit it. Nurse Hawkins.
Of course she is. How else could I...
Have you no shame?
Don't you see the city is crumbling down?
Admit it.
Of course...
Have you no...
Don't you...
What's going on?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit.
You do realize you could...
Come on, Dr. Reed.
During the war...
Mate.
Goodbye, Milton.
And I thought last summer's epidemic was difficult.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you...
If it wasn't for him...
Dr. Tippett does not think of you.
If you're suggesting he's not...
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett...
You can't allow your emotions to dictate...
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you
I can't say I approve of what you did.
I'm not proud of what I've done, but to contain the
Goodbye, Nat.
If only I were young again.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed,
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr.
he was my patient. He died.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. So,
What was the nature of the mistake? Why not stop practice?
are you mad? I killed that man.
You're exhausting yourself, Cork.
No, we must keep on healing.
Your attitude is irresponsible.
You're right. This is a war.
I will cover for you, Dr. Tippett.
I don't know what to say, actually.
You didn't force me. This is my decision to...
Then I can make you this promise.
What will you do after...
I always fancied visiting Cyprus. Such a beautiful...
Goodbye.
It's safer here than anywhere else in the East End.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
It may seem strange, but your work...
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your...
There is no need to apologize, Edgar.
Very well. I have a task.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found her discretion is in order.
And you would like me...
By the stole, of course not.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble...
Do you need something?
I have just a few...
Then ask away.
You mentioned something about a secret...
Certainly. I've been a member of the Brotherhood of St...
That explains your nightly...
I feel it wasn't mere coincidence that led us...
Yet you don't fear me.
The Brotherhood has studied your kind for centuries.
Since I'm the one working for you...
Well, for many years, we have been the only medical...
Where do we stand?
Well, to be honest, we cope on a day-to-day...
What do you expect?
What we need is hope.
Since you seem quite the expert...
As men of science, our first step is always...
Must I take a life?
You are a vampire. You feed.
The sun. The morning following my...
You will find there is very little that can...
The man we pursued and slew in the canning factory...
He was a Skald, technically speaking. The debate rages as...
Where do...
The name means slave. The etymology may...
Just for clarity.
A skull is easier to eliminate, Jonathan.
We'll see it...
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan.
Well, it's a
Milton cheats patients out of them.
Yes, I am.
Is this your definition?
No. It is my
Whose idea was it?
What difference does it make?
Answer my question.
It was my idea first. Even though Milton...
Why do you do it?
Why not? Most of the sick...
In your position, I would suggest a more elaborate defense.
This isn't cynicism. It's realism.
Pepper, I know you're very...
Yes. Milton Hooks is my...
I have no intention of reporting you.
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as...
Is he worth the...
Hey, I'm no
How would you describe the situation?
It's serious. The flu is
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish...
I wish I could believe you. But what if...
You must get a hold of yourself.
Sorry.
How long have you been...
Well, long enough to see that the
I don't like your attitude, Nurse Hawkins.
Sorry, Doctor.
How is the Pembroke staff?
Well, not well. Milton...
Why does Milton dislike...
I don't know. Just ask him. But be...
Why is Milton...
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about...
Goodbye.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a vamp... The lady who saved me that night.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce...
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine.
I hope you're more disposed to...
You must have countless questions.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for.
The world would be a better place.
You make me blush.
Pardon my boldness, Your Ladyship, but I have...
As a newborn, your hunger for answers...
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the...
I will gladly answer every question you...
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first...
What are your expectations?
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital...
Who would be so foolish as to threaten...
Even if it were the case, and I have...
If we're dealing with an ordinary...
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fang...
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
You are aware that I too know that...
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visit...
I'll take care of it.
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is...
nurses. Bred with no respect. What? What is this? Who are you?
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some.
Please, calm down, madam.
How brave. Threatening.
Harriet Jones. Indeed.
Oh, better than any patient nurse or...
I heard there have been some
Blackmail? Wait.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be...
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here.
You seem to know more about the going...
That's it. Blame the old and infant.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible...
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching...
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable...
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I...
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them. Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doc.
Have you seen a strange...
I've never heard of such a...
Do you know if...
The people who work here...
Goodbye. Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about the strange man?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones.
She could have been telling the truth about...
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough.
No matter how you feel about her.
Who says I don't care for her?
What can you...
Let me...
Goodbye.
At least that's mixed the way up. Stop following me.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well. but thank you, I guess.
He's locked the door behind him. I need to find another way to follow him. This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor. Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of it!
I'm Dr.
Okay.
All right, Mr. That.
Yes. Yes, it...
Good. I can't believe I'm doing this. What sort of creature is this? Here's what's left of him. Not a lot to check, but I should anyway. Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
Please, sir.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan.
Oswald and myself.
How long have you...
I can't go.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. What can you tell me?
His name is Oswald.
Where was your...
He went down by the canal.
This is a dangerous part.
We were looking for the...
What can you tell me?
I'm Oswald's...
I have all the...
Thank you, Doc.
It's locked, all right.
It ain't human! Get it! It's a leech! Get it! We have to stop it! Oh my god! Look out! Fish! Filthy piece of shit! Filthy fucking beast! Die, beast!
This is Braille. I need someone who can read this.
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing in a...
I'm not sure that's any...
I hope you realize that...
Ah! I'm not afraid of these...
I wasn't specifically referring to that.
They took my boy!
I see. But as I said, your life...
Well, this part of town used to be... nicer, let's...
There is a name engraved under the blood on the back of the case. Jack Gillingham. Maybe I should return this watch to his family.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I was just...
Don't like questions.
Goodbye, Mr. Hello, boy.
Hello.
Did I scare you?
No, it's just that...
Well, I won't.
My name is Rufus, so...
Are you alone?
I don't have any.
So you have no...
No. I mean, yeah.
You should be careful, Rufus.
Well, I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne.
Why do you think she's so...
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a...
What can you tell me about this region?
It's all about staying out of trouble.
Have you ever thought...
Where else would I go?
Why do people...
They call me Rufus the...
What do you do?
I listen to the news on the docks.
What do people say about...
Things have been tense between the wet boot boy.
Do you have a job?
It's hard to work. What with my head and all.
So long. Good evening, sir. Don't you recognize me?
Don't take it personally. I spent...
Yes, you had
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try.
What do you do for a living?
I drink.
Why do you drink?
Maybe it's because I prefer diet.
You sound very sad.
That's because I...
Don't you work?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this?
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood.
Why are you so...
Cynicism is the polite way.
No reason at all.
Let me tell you a story.
All right.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change...
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb.
You lost people.
I've lost everything. But you know...
I'm sorry, Mr. Dillon.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just... How dare you?
Surely you must...
Sure. I wanted things to change. To really change.
Sounds like you were an...
No, sir. I was an...
Do you really think that...
No. I believe we all can...
I want to know more about you.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor. Make no mistake.
Do you believe in a...
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But I'll admit...
Do you still see your comrades?
No. I hope they'll...
Goodbye.
Cursed or not. Away from this place as I can.
Good evening, Tom. Good. You remember me?
Of course I do.
Thank you for your hospital. Sabrina seems very...
I like her too. I really do.
What is bothering you?
Sabrina is an angry one. She wears it like a...
How is it you can keep...
Well, since everybody need...
Since I'm...
Well, perhaps, Doctor. Peace, pop.
How could a physician help you?
I have a small warehouse just past the...
Doctors aren't immune to...
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key.
I see.
Or something like that.
You're something of a...
I'm only poor...
Goodbye.
Perhaps I should shut the two.
Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you?
Dr. Jonathan Reid.
Ah, some fan.
So you won't tell
The name is Booth Digby.
Are you some...
Something like that, but...
So, tell me...
What? Have you got a death?
Well, yes.
Oi! I'm the boss, all right.
So you're a concern.
Using funny jokes.
I saw many men.
I could kill...
What can you tell me?
Things ain't that bad.
Well, you're not doing...
Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere.
More efficient.
Incredible, you know...
Goodbye. Good evening, miss.
Who are you?
As I just told you.
The Pembroke Hospital, you...
I'm not here to collect...
Miss Edwina Cox.
Booth Digby looks at you with love...
You have no idea how refreshing it...
I'll...
What is it, Doctor? A woman...
I believe you manipulated Booth.
The poor bastard is good to me, if you must know.
So you're just like any other couple.
Yeah, we're so ordinary that I'd put a bullet.
What can you tell me about...
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things.
Gang member and...
If you're interested, I'm...
You're quite blunt.
I like people who know what they want.
I'm not interested...
Fair enough.
Since my return from the...
That's exactly what that stupid...
What can you tell me about this?
You can't trust anyone around here.
Really?
Bastards, all of them.
You sound like...
Take the grave diggers of Southwark. They must pay me...
Looting corpses in a mask.
Whatever. Hey,
Tell me about the man. You...
The bastard killed one of us and received
And your conscience.
Violence is an efficient tool, Doctor.
So you decide who...
Yes, Doctor.
What happened exactly?
I don't know, and I don't care.
So you have no idea what really happened?
No one messes with the wet boot boys, Doctor.
Can I see...
As long as you have money. Without the wet boots.
It's locked.
I said stay away! I'll take it! Shit, that leech is fast!
Tom has so much alcohol, he could keep this district afloat for quite some time.
Welcome back, Doctor. What can...
You lied to me, Tom.
I'm sorry, Dr. Reed, but...
That was devious of you.
I apologize, Doctor.
There was nothing left in the warehouse?
Fair enough. I guess it was a long shot.
Goodbye, Mr.
Times like these, a good drink's just as likely.
Feel it coming in my bones.
Over there! There's one of them vermin! There's one of them! Watch yourselves! Steady, boy! I've got one of them! He's dead!
It's locked, all right.
It's one of them! Over there! There's one of them vermin!
Yes. The place has changed. May all who suffered from this tragedy find or rest in peace.
dirty monster! He's mine! I'll take it! Bloody leech!
This place. Rain may have washed away the blood, but not the memory. My poor Mary. This is my watch. Damn grave robbers.
does it, boys! Die, vermin!
Good evening.
Yeah.
Do you require... I don't know.
And is it your purpose?
Goodbye. Evening.
Evening.
Do you need help? The real doctor treats everyone.
I don't know what to say. Thank you.
So long. Good evening, Mr. Delaney.
What?
I found the location.
Really?
It's nothing, really.
What? No, I didn't.
You're the man who hid that.
I don't want to talk about it.
I want you to remember the bomb, no. The victim.
I spent so much...
In...
Yes. I feel sick.
Take this, then.
Hey, Doc, you don't really...
I sense your guilt, Dyson.
I still believe our fight was...
That bomb...
I know. Maybe I deserve to...
I want you to
No.
Why you...
The Dawson...
Goodbye. Good evening, Miss.
Hello again.
I managed to reach...
Spare me the details, Dr. Reed.
I'm afraid that...
Bastards.
I'm not sure they'll have...
Maybe I'll send my boy...
I wish your boys... Tell me your feelings.
It makes him look weak in front of...
You don't believe?
I don't care what he saw.
Can I...
As long as you have... The sewer dog's fault, they say. Then the gang...